Best greetings from Petri dish. Best greetings from Kyiv, the capital of Ukraine. Best greetings from Petri dish with Beetles. Today we have opportunity to watch interesting beetles directly from Petri dish. So I can show you some beetles directly, how they are moving, how they are crawling, how they will fly. And we will be watching them directly in Petri dish, because so many of them we have here in laboratory for biological control study, to study biological control organisms which control these beetles, to get rid of them successfully. I have culture of beetles and I separated them in Petri dish. So that's why you can recognize so many of them crawling around. Usually under the strong sunlight, beetles are trying to escape. We're trying to escape here as well, but when we see each other, we're attracted very much. So that's why we're crawling. And you can observe a huge crowd of beetles all together. So you can say they are even like swarming all together. Probably we can imagine here many males and females, so they're trying to mate and they're attracted to each other. So that's why it's more interesting and important for them to be in a swarm rather than to escape. But others here, so many of them here, they can try to escape as well. I can close by the lid later when beetles will try to escape. And that's why I put them not on sunshine, just in the shadow, to reduce a little bit their activity, because these beetles are able to fly. And under the sunshine, they're flying very well. They're opening wings like here. They're not crawling, but they're also flying very well. So, let's start from the beginning. Which beetles we are observing here, by the way. People are coming from time to time. I will repeat the same points, because new people are coming to the stream. We have direct translation from the Petri dish with beetles. It's surprising. It looks like small spiders, but they are not spiders. These are beetles. These are rice weevils. Rice weevils of the genus SITOPHILUS. They are belonging to genus SITOPHILUS, family weevils Curculionidae, and many of them are crowding here. You can say they are swarming here, so many of them. I guess more than 300 specimens. Altogether I separated them especially for taking video, and I put them in a shadow to prevent their escape by flying away. Because under the sunshine they were very active, it was very difficult to stop them. I just showed before seed beetles, family, previous family Bruchidae, now subfamily Bruchinae. But these are grain weevils. They're developing in grain and they're developing in different cereals. There are three most important species of weevils which are pests of storage products in Ukraine and surrounding countries. These are rice weevil, SITOPHILUS oryza, corn weevil, SITOPHILUS ziamys, and grain weevil, SITOPHILUS granarius. SITOPHILUS granarius doesn't fly, so obviously this is not SITOPHILUS granarius, because many individuals here are trying to escape by flying away. So they're able to fly, but SITOPHILUS granarius doesn't fly. They are running pretty fast, and they're swarming very well. I opened even the lid so you can see my brush. I can touch them, but I don't want to disturb too much to prevent their escape. If they become active, they can be going outside and I would need to put a lid on petri dish. So you can recognize how many of them. Actually they are different, they have a different size. Some of them big, some of them relatively much smaller, even twice smaller. Why? You know, insects were not growing. Beetles are not growing. Yes, that's right. But they are not growing as adults, they are growing as larvae. They are smaller and bigger just for one reason, that larva was developed in stagnated situation. So larva was developed not in very favorable conditions. Maybe received less food material. That's why one larva can become bigger size and smaller larva just because of absence of sufficient amount of food. That's why some of these beetles can be of different size, because some larvae developed in favorable conditions and some were developed in difficult, complicated conditions which are not favorable for development. Not because of temperature, mostly because of lack of food. These beetles, they do like to move to different directions. They belong into genus SITOPHILUS, as I repeat. I guess this species SITOPHILUS oryza or rice weevil. If I put them just this, for instance, this is a small individual, some other very much bigger. SITOPHILUS oryza is developing mostly on rice, on grains of rice. And SITOPHILUS zeamys can develop on corn. That's why SITOPHILUS zeamys has a name mice weevil or corn weevil. And SITOPHILUS oryza just name a rice weevil. I try to put them back to prevent their escape. Both species, rice weevil and corn weevil, are developing on a wide range of cereals, and also larvae can develop on processed cereal products like pasta or cakes. Species of SITOPHILUS zeamys was predominantly found associating with maize grain, wherever SITOPHILUS oryza is associated with wheat. But can also develop in different grain legumes. SITOPHILUS oryza can develop also in peas and seeds of peas, lentils, green and black gram, and such other pulses. All these seeds can be attacked by this dangerous pest of grain weevil. It's possible to count different species of host plants, including also pecan, taro, soybean, also seeds of cassava, seeds of rice, seeds of common bean, sorghum. It's including also dried stored products like cakes. For sure, it includes wheat, even adzuki beans, cowpea, maize, rye, barley, and other grains. So we can talk about life stages of these beetles. Beetles are developing, as I said, on a grain and cereals. So each female after mating laying eggs, and eggs, larvae and pupae usually not seen because they're developing inside grains, so they're intact. Only later emergent holes are visible on grain or just on some pieces of cereals. So this can be used as a symptoms of infestation. Female lay quite a lot of eggs, up to 150 eggs. They're developing pretty quickly. It's depending from the temperature. Eggs development depending also from the temperature and humidity. Favorable temperatures between 15 Celsius up to 35 Celsius degree. Optimum temperature is 25 Celsius. And some beetles are trying to escape, flying away. I need to control them carefully. There are 4 larval instars. Usually, females lay less eggs after temperature 35 degree. So this is but still can lay eggs up to 35. After hatching, a small larva begins to feed inside a grain and excavating the tunnel where it develops. So larva pupa is invisible, sitting inside a grain or cereal. Pupation occurs after approximately 25 days under the temperature 25 Celsius degree, but it can be very long, for instance 3 months up to 100 days under the temperature 18 Celsius. And pupation occurs also inside the grain, so pupa is invisible. Development of pupa can range from 35 days under the optimal conditions up to 110 days in unfavorable conditions. For instance, cold, wet, or too much dry conditions. So main common development, or can say mean development of SITOPHILUS ranarius and SITOPHILUS diamais larvae under the temperature 27 degree can be from 37 days. I need to control, so we are trying to escape. Some individuals have a very great ability and tendency to fly. It's interesting that SITOPHILUS aris and SITOPHILUS ziamai has many parasitoids which control their population. It includes different families. It includes of calcid wasps and other beetleid wasps. It includes species, such species as Anisoptera malus, Cerocephala, parasitoids of calcidu from family Pteramalidae, Lariophagus distinguendus, Pteramalus cerealia, beetleid wasp, which is named Theocolex elegans, which is parasitoid on larvae, and they can be reared in laboratory conditions under the culture of these beetles. That's why I'm keeping this culture for breeding some small parasitoids of different families, Pteramalidae and beetleid wasps. It's interesting who is watching us, from what country are you from. I will try to make bigger magnification. If possible, I'm not sure. After a certain period of time, we became adapted to open petri dish. So more of them trying to escape. That's why I need to be careful to put them back. Most important question: how to get rid of these beetles. On small amount of food, it's possible to freeze the food, or to put food or grains inside oven under the temperature 50-60 degree. For sure, grain will be damaged and killed, will not grow, but also beetles will not grow. If it is very low infestation, maybe it's possible to use this grain for food for some pets like birds. But if it is visible infestation with many individuals of beetles, it's not a good idea to use grain or cereals as a food for humans, because they're so highly damaged. So if many beetles are visible, better to throw away food, even pets food, because it will contain some products, some physiological products inside this food, inside the cereals and grains, some small pieces of beetles, some crushed bodies, and some metabolites, some chemical substances also after physiological development of larvae and beetles inside, so you must be careful. Better don't use infested products with beetles and with larvae. If you found larvae, better to destroy this food by freezing or by heating in oven. Thank you, viewers, for coming. Today, people who's watching not so active, not writing which country are you coming from, but you can write more actively which country are you coming from, who is watching us at the present moment. I cannot repeat it. At night time, because beetles will be very active under the light, so that's why I'm showing them in the shadow. You can see how they're crawling and how they're trying to escape. They are dangerous for food products, but they are not dangerous for humans and for clothes. They are not dangerous for collection, because they eat only some grains and cereals, and I don't have grain and cereals and cakes in my laboratory, so if I escape, I try to eliminate them. Anyway, just I'm taking this video from Kyiv, the capital of Ukraine. Today we had again some problems with electricity, but now it's restored. I can continue my work, and I can send this video by my mobile phone, through mobile phone. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to press like, write your comments and ask your questions after the stream in comments section. If you will have some pests at home, in your kitchen, in your house, you can write your questions in my email, or you can write your questions in comments if you have Gmail. Thank you for curiosity. Don't forget to subscribe if you are first time on my channel. If you want to support my channel as a sponsor, welcome to become sponsor of my channel through Patreon or sponsor button. I will be very pleased to indicate you as sponsor in my next videos. I will be pleased to see you again on my stream and to read your comments and your questions as well. Sponsors are privileged part of my subscribers. I have already 30,000 subscribers. Not all of them are active. I guess about 500 more active. But nevertheless, people can write interesting questions. People can communicate. And I hope people can enjoy some of my videos as a funny videos, as useful videos, as educational videos as well. Because I do it as a part of my outreach activity to tell more about entomology, to tell more about beetles, for education of young people, and old people as well, older people as well, for development of communication between people, to develop culture and understanding through education and culture. Thank you for watching, and don't forget about Ukraine. Stand with Ukraine, support Ukraine, and Ukraine will win. Best wishes from Kyiv, the capital of Ukraine.